Hi everyone, today I'm going to go over how to send a form out for e-signature through DocuSign Transaction Rooms. So right now I'm in DocuSign Transaction Rooms by going to realestate.docusign.com, and I'm on my dashboard, which is this tab right here. Now before we even send out anything for signature, we have to make sure that our account is set up for it. So we're just going to go to My Account, Settings, and we're just going to click on our e-signature settings right here. Now I've already set up my account, but if you haven't, you're just going to put your DocuSign e-signature account username and password, and then just press Link Account. If you don't have an account, or if you're not sure if you have an e-signatures account, please contact me at marketing@remaxcondosplus.com and I can help you set that up. So now I'm just going to go back to my dashboard, and we're going to go to our transaction room. So this is a transaction room here. So now that we see, I've already created a transaction room for this particular seminar. So we're just going to go into it and go into our documents. Now I've already attached a task list because in this case I want to attach a new listing. So I'm just going to go to Add Documents. We're going to add from the computer, add the documents we want to get signed, or in this case any documents, and they'll appear at the bottom here. So now if I click on my listing agreement, we're just going to pretend that it's already filled out from web forms, but we're going to need the signatures. So what I have to do is I'm just going to select the documents that I would like to get signed, and we're just going to go up to our action bar that appears here, and we're going to click this little button that says Create Envelope. So you'll have to hover over it to see what it is, but it's just Create Envelope. So now it's going to highlight which documents we have again, and we're just going to press Create Envelope. So now we're just going to type in our envelope details. So the name of the envelope, I'm just going to put the property address and listing agreement. The subject is going to be what your client is going to see when you send them an email, so I might as well just make it the same thing. And finally, a message that we want to write to our client. So I'm just going to write, please sign listing agreement. Now down below we're going to have any documents that we want to get signed. Now we can choose to get rid of one if we decide that we don't want it anymore. We can add additional ones, as well as we can choose the order. So if I want my listing promo to go first, we can just select it that way. And finally down here at the bottom is recipients and routing. So we're just going to add the people we want to send it to. Now this isn't where we're going to be adding our client. Right now we're just going to check off our name. And under Select Action, we're going to put Sign. So you're never going to have your client here, and I don't recommend adding your client here. We're going to add them at a later time. So we're just going to go ahead and save. And once we have that all set up, we're just going to press the green Next button. Okay, so what it's going to do is take us to our DocuSign e-signatures account. So we're just going to ignore these templates here. And now what we have is we're going to see all our paperwork that's brought in. On our left, we're going to have all our signature and standard field options. On the right, we'll be able to see all the documents that we have, and we can just click on each document to go to that page. Or we can scroll up and down. In the top left corner, this is where we're going to have all our recipients. So we just have ourselves right now. We're just going to go to Edit Recipients, and this is where we'll be able to add our client. So we're just going to press Add Recipient, and now we can type in our client's name. So we're just going to put in their name, their email address, and over here we're just going to make sure that it's set to Needs to Sign. We can have ourselves set Needs to Sign as well. We can add as many recipients as we want, or we can just only have 2. And you can delete yourself too as well. Even though you have to have yourself at the beginning, this is where you can get rid of yourself and just have your client. You also have your set signing order. So this is if you want to make sure that you get the email before your client does. So if there's something that you need to fill out or sign, and make sure that you have it done first, this just means that the email will go to you first, and once you've signed, it will go to your client. So we're going to set the signing order. And when everything's set up, we're just going to press Done. So now, as we can see, we're just going to go into the top left-hand corner and we have both ourselves and our clients. So if we click on our client's name, everything is going to turn blue. That means that anytime I drag and drop a signature, that'll be for our client. So if we drag, so what we're going to do is we're going to add our client's initial right here. So we're just going to go to it, initial, click on that, and drag and drop it under seller's initial. And we can do the same for down here. We're just going to click on initial, drag and drop, and go to initial. And then we're just going to keep going down. And now here we have one for ourselves and one for the seller. So we're going to click on initial again for the seller and put that there. And now when it's time to add a signature for ourselves, we're just going to go into recipients, check off our name, and do the same thing. Click on signature and drag and drop. So we'll be able to see that we're yellow and the seller is blue. And the further we go down, we'll be able to keep adding more. So we'll also have sections for signature and date. So if we want to add our seller's signature, drag and drop. And we'll also have our date signed. And if we want somewhere to fill out, for our client to fill out text, we can just add a text box, and this is where they can fill out their phone number. Now once we set everything up and we've put in all our drag initials, all we have to do is press the send button. And we're just going to get a little pop-up, your envelope has been sent. We're just going to press close, and now we're just waiting for everything to be signed. So once everything's been sent, we're just going to have to check our own email to sign our part of it. So I'm just going to go to my email here, and we can see that we received an email from my name via DocuSign. So I'm going to click on that, and your client's going to receive something similar, and we're just going to press review documents, and we're just going to press this continue button here, and your client is going to receive something the exact same. So once we press continue, we're just going to press this start button, and it's going to walk us through where we can sign. So we have the option to draw our signature or type our signature. So I'm going to draw it because I always like that. It's a bit more fun. So I'm going to do adopt and sign, and there's my signature. Now if I had more, I'd be able to just click, but I only have one. So we're just going to press finish. And just press no thanks. Now as soon as we're done, what's going to happen is that email is going to be sent to our client. So if I go to our client's email now, your client will receive the exact same thing, and she can press review documents. And what your client is going to receive is a little button that says I agree to use electronic signatures. So your client will press yes, continue, start, and now your client will be able to sign. Same thing, they'll be able to type or draw, and they'll just be able to put it through the rest of them. And when they want to type in their telephone, they'll do that. And when they're done, they press finish. Okay, so now if we go back to our transaction rooms, as soon as everything's signed, we'll see that what's been out for signature will now turn green. Just might take a few seconds. Okay, so let's just refresh the page, and now that we can see it's green and that's completed, and now if we go back to our documents, down here we'll be able to see the signed form just by clicking on it. And we have the signatures, and you'll also have a new form here, which is a certification, which is 59 Main Street. And this will just save a copy so that we know what time everything was signed at, what time it was viewed at, what IP address it was signed at, and pretty much all the time stamps. So you can just have that there to save in case anything comes up in a dispute. And once everything has been signed, we can just drag and drop our listing agreement. We can have everything there and submit the entire task list to admin for review. And that's how you get a document signed. Thank you.